All right, Michelle Bodkin sitting here with Utah cornerback Brian Allen. Brian, thanks for talking to me for a minute. So tell me a little bit about transitioning from wide receiver to safety to cornerback.
When I first did it, I wasn't for it because I've never played defense before in my life. But, since I've made the transition, I've been working with Coach Shaw and Coach Scally. They make it, more easy for me. So I feel like, it's not much different than wide receiver. I've just found me a new home in the backfield now. It's just the hardest part for me was learning how to tackle and backpedal because I've never did it before. But now that I got it all down, I'm pretty comfortable with it now.
What's the difference between playing safety and cornerback?
Safety is pretty much like playing quarterback. Like, you have to know every single detail about the defense. And, cornerback is just really, you just have to know specific things to do because each defensive play, you pretty much have just one assignment you have to do. But, playing safety, depending on what the offense do, your assignment can change, based on emotion or anything. So, it was pretty, not pretty tough. I knew the defense playing safety. I knew everything. It's just that, they needed depth at corner, so that's why I made the switch to corner.
You came into camp probably expecting to be behind a couple of guys that are not here, but you really seem to have stepped up your game. You were very vocal. I noticed you coaching up Jordan Fogle, one of the young guys. What made you decide to take it upon yourself to be a leader in that group?
I just felt like, because I learned a lot of leadership traits from, playing other positions. Like when I was at wide receiver, I learned a lot of stuff from, K-Scott, Drez. I learned a lot of stuff from those guys. When I made the switch to safety, I learned a lot from, Brian Blecken and Eric Rowe. So I just try to use, every little thing that I can help the young guys with that I know the coaches are looking for, to make this defense as best as possible.
Utah's had a lot of success putting guys in the NFL with your build playing cornerback. How exciting is that thought to you?
It's pretty exciting. I talk with Coach Shaw all the time. He was like, a lot of people looked at Keith McGill as, not having it all, but, Keith McGill went third round, Then you looked at Eric Rowe, another guy who made the transition from safety to corner, and it wasn't too hard for him to win second round. So, just hearing stuff like that, motivates me to go out and work every day, and try to be the next, guy to get drafted out the cornerback group.
Spotlight's kind of now on you. The group's actually called Spotlight, whatever your number is. What's your approach to having all eyes on you at this point?
It's just, for the whole group, we take it kind of personal, with the guy when people look at, the cornerback group as, being one of the weakest groups on like they say, like the spot we need to fill, the weakest spot on the defense is the cornerback group. But I feel like, since we have, a lot of guys gone, it's not too much of a drop-off. We have Booby Hobbs back in the room now, who was originally playing nickel, but his original spot is cornerback. We lost Dominique, but we still have guys, that can actually work and know the defense then are just as good as, Dominique. So I don't really feel like it's a big fall-off. And we have Corey Butler, who's playing excellent right now. So I just feel like it's pretty much not a real big drop-off from, what we lost and what we have now.
You've mentioned in other interviews that you've been talking with Dominique. What have those conversations entailed?
I just, because me and Dominique were pretty close, he came in as a receiver also and made the switch, and I just talk to him every day, just to make sure his head's in the right place, just to see how he's doing and just show him, just tell him what's going on in practice and stuff, and he gives me like little pointers. Even though he's not on the field with me, he's still one of my biggest, coaches and mentors, and we pretty much talk every day. He's like another brother to me.
So, Utah also advertises that you guys are a brotherhood. Literally, yes. That's the case.
It's really like that. All the position groups are pretty much, a tight-knit group. I know when we get on the field, we have different altercations here and there, but off the field, the offense and defense, we love each other, and we just want to compete and be the best team we can be.
You guys had a pretty decent season that I'm not sure a lot of people saw coming last year. What are you looking to build upon this year?
To do the same thing and show the people that we really can compete in this conference, because a lot of people counted us out after 2 5-7 seasons, but just looking at the talent that we have, you know, we got a lot of guys coming back healthy. You know, Jibo's healthy, Jared's healthy, Tevin's going to be back healthy. So, I mean, I think our defense can be the best in the pack, if not the country.
You guys are nasty out there against your own guys. Where does that attitude come from?
You know, I really think it's Coach P's. Coach P's, and every day, like every time we have a meeting, he like love those guys, you know. But when we're on the field, it's all business. I want you to go out and, you know, just play as if they're Michigan, you know. So we just look at it. We just go out and just to make plays and show them that we are the defense that they want us to be.
What was it like this past week having the offense retaliate a little bit? They finally stepped up their game.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, they talk a little noise, you know, but as a good defense, you know, everybody has their ups and downs, you know. So I mean, it was eventually going to happen that the defense was going to have a good day, you know. And the only thing we do is we just look back and, you know, just the next practice come back and retaliate and show them that, okay, you guys had one day, now it's the defensive side of the ball.
September 3rd is coming pretty quick. We're now under 2 weeks. What can Ute fans expect from the team as a whole?
I really think that it's going to be a great game. You know, I think that just the defense is going to come out and make a statement, you know, with that first game and show people that, you know, like, we can be one of those top teams in the pack, if not the country, you know. And our biggest goal is to, you know, win the Rose Bowl, win the Pac-12, and eventually make it into the playoff.
Thank you so much for your time, Brian.
No problem.